What's up, everybody? Welcome to Drawing First Blood. I'm your host, Lee Drake. Um, it's Tuesday, so that means that it's Home Haunt Tuesday. Today's episode, we're actually going to be looking at a place out of Joliet, Illinois. This was suggested to us by a viewer, and yeah, okay. I mean, it's pretty good little haunt. Um, this haunt is pretty much the epitome of working with what you've got and making it work really well, and it does. It works so well. It's a cute little one. I won't say cute because that almost kind of gives a connotation of not being scary, and it is. It is kind of scary. Um, kind of. It Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and get to uh, the Nightmare Haunted House in Joliet, Illinois. They've been around for a few years, and they're saying that they have had over 6,000 guests come through their door, which is really good. I mean, those are awesome numbers. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get this lined up and ready to go. Mm-hmm. Make that a little smaller. Sorry. When you stream, guess what? Let's see here now. Okay. Here we go. Transition. And the Nightmare Haunted House in Joliet, Illinois. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do something about that music so I can put it on YouTube. Let's see here.
We're just gonna have a grand old time, aren't we? Come on in. Back in like sausage. Come on.
Back in like sausage. I'm already liking this guy. Just because of the fact that he doesn't start his show in the typical way that you would expect. You know, hey kiddies, come on in, get you some candy. No, he's going all in and he's playing his character. That's really good. And he's got some really creative lines. So that tells you a lot of what's going on in his head.
Welcome, mortals, to the Nightmare Haunted House. Before you enter the attraction, we here at Nightmare Haunted House have a few rules that we'd like to go over.
Okay, the pre-recorded rules I'm a big fan of, just because it leaves the actor able to go around, do his or her own thing, and that's actually a big plus. Also, some actors are very good playing their character while doing the rules, and that's great. Some actors are not. Some actors aren't very good at all of playing a character while giving the rules. This gives those kind of actors the ability to still be able to play a character without having to remember what to say. So this is actually something that some pro haunts may want to consider doing.
First, there shall be no running inside the attraction. Second, we do not allow video or flash photography within the attraction.
Yeah, that's funny.
We ask that you remove all jewelry and earrings before entering the attraction. Please remove all high-heeled shoes before entering the attraction. No.
Now, it's kind of an unspoken rule that when you go to a haunt, don't wear high heels. A lot of people don't know that, though. So I'm actually really happy with the fact that these guys have expressed that you're not to wear high heels, because given the fact that they are a home haunt, they're going to be drawing a different demographic. At a pro haunt, people know. They know what's going to happen. They know to wear good shoes. They know not to wear high-heeled shoes. So, plus most pro haunts, you know, they're going to be waiting there long enough to realize that, you know, that standing around in high-heeled shoes is not the most comfortable thing in the world. Home haunts, on the other hand, they're going to be getting a totally different type of demographic. They're going to be getting people who, their neighbors, people who are in costume and don't consider things like that, people that had no intention on going to a haunt and they just looked over and said, hey, let's go through that. So the fact that they have stated don't wear high heels, that's a plus. I think that's a big plus for this.
Smoking or blue flames are allowed inside the attraction. There is to be no touching of the props or the actors within the attraction, as long as you follow this rule, we will not touch you. There is to be no horseplay within Nightmare Haunted House. The owners and operators of Nightmare Haunted House will not be held responsible for lost or stolen items.
In the attraction. Sorry, I had to do it.
Not following these rules will result in immediate expulsion from the attraction. And finally, the doctor is waiting.
Awesome. Good intro. I like the clackers. I really like the clackers. Kind of wish you had your clacker button a little more hidden so that people didn't know what that was. Try to make it a little bit more of a theatrical experience. Other than that, good intro. I'm happy with that. Fog machine. Okay, I wasn't sure if the first one was a mask or makeup, but getting to see that guy in makeup, whoever's doing the makeup for this is really good. I mean, that's really great job on that. That is better than some pro quality places that I've seen. Good on you. That's some amazing work right there with the makeup. Okay, you probably weren't able to see it there, but this guy in the pig mask just did something that I wish people did more often. I call it the follow through. Okay, pro haunts all over the country, Halloween Horror Nights, they've all got actors that are guilty of not doing this. What they'll do is they'll take their bat or whatever, swing it, and then go, nope. That instantly kills the image that you're trying to put off. What you want to do is go at it with stormtrooper aim. In other words, you're intentionally missing, and follow through. That way it gives it a more realistic feel, plus, you know, it really makes the guest feel like, oh my god, they're crazy here, because they're so used to people doing the nope, that when you actually follow through, and of course you're intentionally missing, it adds that little detail that people are just gonna go nuts over. Good sounds.
Oh my goodness, your sweets! I bet you just taste so
I can't knock the haunt for this one. That's totally on the actor. Everybody knows how I feel about certain phrases being said in a haunt. Fresh meat, go, get out, come back, let's play, or asking questions. I'm not a big fan of any of that stuff because it's all said so much. Plus, if you ask a question, you better be ready for the answer, because when that comes, yeah, and you can't have a good comeback to whatever they say and reply, you kind of just screwed yourself. Plus, when people say, let's play, which these guys aren't saying, but she did say the fresh meat line. Not a fan of that. But when people say, let's play, my instant reaction is, okay, what are we playing? Are we playing Monopoly? Are we playing Parcheesi? What are we playing? Let's go. We got video games around somewhere? I'm a huge gamer. Love playing games. Let's play. That's not the reaction that you want your guest to have. So probably a good idea to coach your actors on certain things not to say. If you've heard it said a million times, tell your people not to say it.
delicious. Oh my goodness, you smell better when you're sleeping.
That totally made up for it. If you didn't hear what she said, I bet you're delicious. You smell better when you're sleeping. Awesome. I love that. 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 Yeah, the girl here is saying get out. Okay, who cares at this point, because that what was just said was great. That was awesome. One thing that I haven't said that I really should have said already. Let's see here. See if I can get a good video of it. Get a good shot. The fog. There we go. The fog. The fact that these guys have a fog machine kicking, that's awesome. That's great. Because a fog will do 3 different things. It sets up your atmosphere. Really does. I mean, it makes it so that, you know, your guest is saying, ooh, spooky, foggy atmosphere. But at the same time, it's also limiting what your guest can see. So you have some concealment to be able to move around and really get that scare. Plus, the third thing that it does is if you have a room, which this is beneficial to home haunts, big time. If you have a room that doesn't look that great, or you're not real happy with the details of it, or you mess something up but you're out of time, so you're going to have to go with it, fog will cover up those mistakes. They will cover up those things so that people really don't get to see them. Have that mistake kind of shoved in the back. And it still gives you some scenery, but it also gives some effect. Yeah. Let's see here. Get back to the spot that I was at. Okay. That's close enough.
Delicious. Oh my goodness, you smell better when you're sleeping.
probably do without the Harley Quinn voice though, just because everybody once again is doing that. I'm not going to knock it just because of my personal thing, because some people enjoy that, but I don't know. All right, so there we go, guys. That is the Nightmare Haunted House in Joliet, Illinois. My impression is this is a huge thing in a tiny little package. They've got the garage that they're working in. I'm going to have the link to the original video down below. I highly suggest going and looking at it, because for anyone who has a home haunt, take notes. Study this, okay? Because it's great. It is amazing. The makeup is spot on. Your scenery is well done. And if there were mistakes, it was covered by the fog. Excuse me. The actors were absolutely amazing. Aside from saying the words, but that's just me, you know. The makeup, from what I saw, looked absolutely amazing. People, I'm hoping that the Nightmare sticks around for a bit longer so that people could go see this. It's great. It's amazing. One major fault that I am going to say, though, the name of the place, The Nightmare. I love what you're going with. I love what you're doing. I'm not going to say that the name is bad. It's not bad, but you might want to look at something a little bit more marketable, because I was trying to look up information on this place, and when I searched it, a million other things that were completely unrelated to this came up. So you might want to think of something just a little bit more your signature on it, instead of just The Nightmare. I mean, I don't really want to sound like I'm insulting, because it's not. Because The Nightmare could work really well if you were a really well known pro haunt and it was called The Nightmare. That'd be great. The problem with that is that there are 500,000 other places that have either The Nightmare or Nightmare in their name. So, like, say, I don't know, Jimmy's Gore Shack. You know, if you say, just as an example, because this honestly, Jimmy's Gore Shack, if you start to get kind of bigger, people are going to go, love that place. I know that place. It's so awesome. It's going to be so great. Whereas if you say The Nightmare, people are going to say, which one? There's like a bunch of them. But other than that, I mean, this has my seal of approval. Absolutely. Completely and utterly. This is probably one of the best, not just best okay. I'm taking the headphones off for this one. I'm speaking directly to the people that run this place. If you had the raw material, and if you had the space, you could open a pro haunt right now. Because you obviously had the creativity. You obviously have everything else that you need to be able to pull this off and be great at it. I highly suggest that you do that as soon as you are able to, because I really want to see this blow up. this is going to be good. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. If I could put any more emphasis on this, I would. But I'm just some schmuck from Kentucky, you know. So, next year for Halloween, if you are in the Joliet, Illinois area, try to look for the Nightmare. See where it is. Go to it. Because it is going to be great. Now, it's going to be short. Obviously, as you can see, we just did like a quick little 3-4 minute walkthrough of it. But it's so worth it. It is so worth it. And that's what I love about these home haunts. You have almost nothing to work with, but you're still killing it. Like this last Halloween, taking my daughter around trick-or-treating. And we went to this place that all that they did was they were in their garage, had your black tarps in front of the garage, and they had somebody standing at the front passing out candy to kids that didn't want to go in. But if you wanted to go in, basically you went into this area completely pitch black, and they got the fog kicking, so it's completely disorienting, and you're just like, what is going on? And all you're hearing is this guy over here or something over here shuffling. He'll shuffle for a couple seconds and then go silent, and then you hear this guy over here saying, I've got candy, come on, I've got candy. And you're just like, okay. And then as you're going, somebody clicks a flashlight on themselves super fast. So you get that flash of an image of somebody wearing a mask right there, and it completely disorients you. And you're just, out of your mind. And then as you approach the guy who's got the candy, they click the light on him and kind of flash it around a little bit. And then you get your candy and you walk right back out. It's two guys in costume with a fog machine and a flashlight. And it worked so well. Work with what you've got and be creative about it, and it will be super effective. I promise. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to get a hold of us, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/drawingfirstblood. You can find all of our videos there as well. Also, we've got t-shirts at tpublic.com/ Crojan Design. Sorry. Screwed it up. tpublic.com/ user/ Crojan Designs. Okay, we've got our newest DFB t-shirt there. Looks awesome. It's called the Rorschach shirt. Yeah. Also, I'm thinking about doing Twitter. Probably not, because I'm never on Twitter. So, yeah. If you get a chance, go ahead and hit us up on Facebook. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'll leave all these links and everything in the information below, as well as a link back to the original video for you to watch yourself in higher detail, because my video encoder decides that it's gonna suck. But, that's neither here nor there. Hopefully, if I could get enough t-shirts sold, I can get a better setup than what I've got. Anyway, thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next time. And this is Lee Drake. You've been watching Home Haunt Tuesdays on Drawing First Blood.